She doesn't want to come. You don't want to be on the video? But people love you, Vincent. And you love the camera, don't you? Come on, come here. Come here. Okay, I'll just have to film some without you. Roxy, what happened? Did you do that? I'm gonna be finding confetti for weeks. You're so beautiful in your party dress. Are you ready to party? Are you ready? You ready to party? Yeah, she's ready. She's ready to party. Baron, are you ready to party, Baron? Oh no. Baron is having some trouble with his tuxedo. As you can see, perhaps his legs are not quite in the right spot. Got the kids here. Here's Baron. He's in his tuxedo. He's got a little bow tie. He's very handsome, all dressed up. Your shirt is coming apart where we can see your chest hair, Baron. He's very, very handsome in his giant tuxedo. I could not find one that fit him. But he's very handsome. He needs a top hat, don't you think, Bear? He's not very happy about wearing a tuxedo. He's more of a casual guy. Let's see if we can find your sister. Roxy! Roxy! There she is. Hi, Roxy. Oh, Roxy is in her party dress. She's ready to party. Isn't that lovely? All these flowers. You're such a pretty girl. I've got a headless dog on one shoulder and a party animal on the other. My wild child. Okay, I'm gonna put you guys down. And I'm gonna take Baron's tuxedo off because, as you can clearly see, it's torture for him. Poor thing. Hi YouTube, Autumn Beckman here. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My channel is all about luxury on a budget, so if you are into that sort of thing, make sure you subscribe, like the videos, and click the bell notification icon to be notified when I post a new video. If this is your first time visiting my channel, you are in for a treat. This is my 10,000 subscriber extravaganza. Grab a glass of something you like to drink and join me. I have a feeling this is going to be a little bit longer video than usual. I've really enjoyed putting this together, and before I get into it, let me just give you an overview of what to expect. I'm going to start by reflecting a little bit on how we all got here to this 10,000 mark, which is for me a huge milestone. Then I'm going to thank a few people. I'm going to talk about what I have done to celebrate this milestone. Then I have two very special unboxings from these guys. One is in this bag. It's my very first Chanel boutique purchase, and the other is a Chanel handbag, my first Chanel handbag from Fashionphile. Then at the very end, I have a giveaway for you guys, and it's very special also. It is from Jill Maurer. If you don't know who she is, then you haven't been watching my channel much, because I feel like I talk about her quite a bit. She's become a good friend. She's another YouTuber, and I'll talk about her more when we get to the giveaway. First, I want to acknowledge that the perch here is empty, but I just tried about 3 different times to get her to come to me and come in here, and she wanted nothing to do with me. She was poofing herself out by the end of it and trying to bite me. I didn't want to get bitten, so I left her in her cage. And I also want to say that throughout the video, I'm going to be showing some of my subscribers. I asked in a previous video if you would send me some photos of yourself or your pets and your YouTube name, so I'm going to put those up here. And I just want to thank those subscribers and all of you, whether you have subscribed or not, for watching and helping us all get to this point. I don't want to take too long doing this, but I do want to reflect a little bit on the journey to 10,000 subscribers. It all started about 3 or 4 years ago when I discovered YouTube. I knew about it already, but I had never really watched it. I sort of thought it was for people who were younger than I am. And then I found that there are luxury handbag videos on YouTube. What? I'd always been into luxury handbags and wanted to know more about them, and I started watching some of the videos. And at some point, about a year into watching them, I thought, you know, I have some things I feel like I could add to this conversation. But then I wasn't sure whether I should start doing videos. It's kind of weird to sit and talk just to a camera in an empty room. It's a little uncomfortable when you're first starting that. I also thought nobody's gonna wanna watch me, and I don't wanna make a fool of myself and put in all this work, because I know how much work videos are if nobody's gonna watch. So I put it off and put it off, and I finally saw in a video from one of my favorite YouTubers at the time, it was Wendy's The Loving 50. She's since changed her name to Wendy's Loving Life. And she was doing a Q&A, if I remember. I know I've told this story before, and somebody asked, they said that they were thinking about starting a channel, and should they? And she said, yes, absolutely, that if you want to start one, just do it. And I think it was her that also said that don't feel like just because you film something that you have to publish it. That you can film a few things and get used to it, and you don't have to publish until you're happy with something. And for some reason that, you know, it's really obvious, but it hadn't really occurred to me. And once I realized that, made it a lot easier. It took some of the pressure off. So I started filming. I think my first video was a what's in my bag and a neverfull. I thought, well, that's an easy enough one to start with. And then I did a comparison between my old and new model neverfulls. And then I stopped doing videos for quite a while, a few months, almost a year, I think. And then I got back into it, and I haven't stopped since. I couldn't believe I was getting subscribers at all. And then my channel started growing pretty well, and I started talking to other YouTubers, and I started talking to you guys in the comments. And that was one of the big things, I've said this before too, that surprised me and that I love so much about YouTube, is the connections that I've made with people who have the same interest in handbags. And we also find that we have a lot of other things in common. At one point, almost a year in, I made that video about my humiliating experience at Louis Vuitton, and that's where I took in the luggage tag that I got preloved that turned out to be fake. And that video exploded, and I have gotten tons of views and subscribers from that video alone. Still to this day, it's been a year and a half or so since that video first went up, and that is still my most watched video. That still brings a lot of people in. A couple of months after that, I started getting really serious with YouTube and thinking about it more like a second job, in that I put myself on a schedule and I made myself make videos. And I've been really good about that. Not perfect, certainly. When life gets in the way and things happen, then I let YouTube slip consciously, because some things in life are more important, as we all know. I don't remember exactly when it was, but I hit 1,000 subscribers at one point, and I can tell you, especially if you are somebody who's on YouTube making videos and you're not at 1,000 subscribers yet, for me and for a lot of other people I know, especially in this luxury community, getting that first 1,000 is the hardest thing. A little bit after I hit that, I got this wonderful gift here, which was a 1,000 subscriber YouTube play button that was, I believe, handmade by a friend of mine, also a YouTuber named Will McCason, and he sent that to me, and he sent one to several other YouTubers in our little community that had also recently hit 1,000 subscribers. And he had also recently hit 1,000 subscribers. And Will, who I love dearly, has been one of my inspirations. Go check out his channel. He hasn't been posting in a while. I do hope that he will come back. His filmmaking skills are fantastic, and that's one of my goals for my future, my near future in YouTube, is probably this summer when I'm out of school, that I will start trying to film more detail shots like Will McCason. I was trying to do a little bit of that at the beginning of this film. Some of that, the boyfriend shot, like when both of my hands are in the shot, the boyfriend filmed those. You guys have been with me through a lot. You've seen a lot of luxury stuff. I've also talked about my upbringing with my father and the great difficulties that we had with that. You've seen my animals, my African gray Vincent, and my dachshunds, Sebastian and Baron. You were with me at the end of last summer when Sebastian got sick and was diagnosed with cancer, and he was going through some treatment, and then he died. And posting about that, knowing that there were a lot of dog lovers out there, and then hearing all your comments as they flooded in about how you've been through the same thing, or you're going through the same thing, or you know you're about to go through the same thing because your animal is sick or your animal's getting older. It was all very sad, but it really helped me. It was so much love that poured in one of the most difficult times of my life. And I appreciate that from you guys so, so much. And then you were with me when Roxy Roxy exploded onto the scene, and everybody loves her and her silly mohawk. She's such a little nut, and she's been such a bright light in our lives and Baron's life. He was really sad after Sebastian died, and he and Roxy, it took them a little while to warm up to each other, but they're best buddies now, and they play and have so much fun together. And you were with me for my first Vlogmas this past December, which was so much work. Oh my God. I don't know if I will do that again because I was getting up at 3 in the morning, as I told you in the videos, but I did really enjoy it too, and it was a nice challenge, so maybe I will. We'll see. And then this year I have gotten more into doing some of the same videos, but throwing a little bit of my psychology background into a few videos too. And one of my recent ones, Louis Vuitton is not for poor people. I've been doing a lot of these where I have like a negative title, but the video is really positive. That video, similar to the luggage tag video, brought a lot of people in. And because of that video, I hit 10,000 subscribers about a month or two sooner than I was planning to. And that's why this video is coming a month after I actually hit, because I was not ready for this video yet. When I hit 10,000 subscribers, it was a Friday night. It was April 5th of this year, 2019. I was all alone here. The boyfriend was out of town, and I was on my computer watching the numbers creep up. I was getting a lot of extra people a day because of this video, a lot of new subscribers. And I figured out that I was going to hit that night, so I was watching it, and then I saw it roll over. I actually missed the 10,000. I saw it at 10,001. I was so bummed out, but still really excited. And I forgot to say this. The reason that the 10,000 subscriber mark is such a big deal to me, such a milestone, so meaningful of an achievement for me, is that when I started out, when I was watching the videos that inspired me to start my YouTube channel, the people I was watching were right around 10,000. And I thought, if I can start my channel and get to be about the size that these people are, that I admire what they're doing, that would be so cool. And here I am. 2 years later, and it is so cool. I'm really so excited about it. It's been such a big deal, and I've been celebrating in little ways all month. Now I want to go into a few thank yous because I have quite a few people to thank. First of all, the person who has helped me the most through this YouTube journey and who has been there for the whole thing, whether he liked it or not, is the boyfriend. I want to thank him so much for all his support, and especially for all of the countless hours that he listens to me drone on about handbags and YouTube algorithms. He was such a good sport about it, continues to be, helps me wherever he can. When I say, hey, I need to film, he turns off whatever he's doing that might be making noise and he goes into his room. I go into my room. The animals are occupied for the most part, and he sometimes helps me out when I need it. I try to do everything myself, but sometimes I need an extra pair of hands, and he's always willing to do that. I also obviously want to thank all of you guys. Some of you have been here for a long time. Some of you are still pretty new, but I have really enjoyed getting to know you, reading your comments, and all the encouragement I've gotten from you. I really don't know how to thank you. I do want to say with the giveaway at the end of the video, I've never done a giveaway before, and the reason for that is because I want to be able to thank everyone, and there's just no way for me to do that. I just don't quite feel that it's fair to give away a couple of items to a couple of people when so many of you have been there for me through this journey. So that's why I haven't done the giveaway. I wish that I could come up with something. I've brainstormed. The best that I've come up with is putting some of your photos and names up here to give you a little bit of recognition. But I do truly wish that I could do more to say thank you other than just saying thank you, because it really does mean a lot to me. I also want to thank some fellow YouTubers, the people who inspired me: Wendy, Leo Lion LV, Jerusha Couture, Minx for All, Hey June, and Michelle B, who's not a luxury YouTuber, but she has a channel called Channel Notes, and that really helped me out in the beginning. If you are starting a channel, check out Michelle B Channel Notes. She has some great tips, and she's really adorable too. And I've gotten to know so many YouTubers. We still have these positive relationships where I at least feel like I can reach out to any of them at any point to ask a question about whatever. luxury stuff or not. And all the people I'm gonna mention, we have communicated at some point about something or other. And these people who also mean a lot to me are Lily LV, MJ Luxe, especially Jill, we've talked a lot. Will McCason, Men on Bags, who are Frozen Luxury and Doc Luxury. I wish Men on Bags would get back together and come back to YouTube. I love them so much. Grace and her handbag, Chic Professor, Foxy LV, Louis Vuitton Coffee Lover. I say lover, but it's spelled LV-er, Lux Purse Love, and Model Chick NY. And then some of my more recent connections, KW Shops, Carol Summer, and Jill Maurer. I've gotten to know you guys a little bit, and I'm looking forward to getting to know you more. So when I hit the 10,000 subscriber mark, like I said, I was home alone. The boyfriend was out of town, and he was still gonna be gone for about a week. So I didn't have anyone, well, I didn't have him here to celebrate with like I had planned. I had plans for when we hit this number, and like I said, I hit it a month sooner than I thought, so it was not part of the plan to hit it while he was out of town. But one of my very dear friends came through, and the following evening we went to dinner together, a nice restaurant, and then the following day we spent the day together, and it was really lovely and made me feel special, and I really appreciate it, so thank you to that friend. The boyfriend did something very special when he finally came back home. He got me a little gift all on his own, and I wanted to show it to you because it's very special too. It's from James Avery. It's a jeweler in the States. I don't know if they're just in the South or if they're all over the States, not sure. And in the box, in the bag in the box, he got me this charm. It's this oval disc, and he had it engraved. Let me show it to you. It says luxury on a budget, which is my tagline in my videos. And then on the back, it says 10K, and then it has the date that I hit 10K, April 5th, 2019. Isn't that so thoughtful and special? So sweet. I was very surprised by that and appreciate it so much. We also went to the Galleria. We went to my favorite restaurant there and had some champagne and lobster bisque. So I wanted to look at Chanel. I had never purchased anything from the boutique before, and I wanted to see if they had some small something that I could get. I wanted to do something, buy myself something, to reward myself for all of the very hard work and all the time and effort that I've put into all these videos in order to get to this point, to the 10,000 subscribers. What I really wanted to do was splurge on a handbag, and I looked and looked and looked and just could not find anything that I loved enough to spend splurge money on, which for me at this point would have been $2,000 to $3,000 maybe. Not enough to buy a handbag in the Chanel boutique for sure. And I didn't see anything from Vuitton that I really wanted, and I was looking Preloved. I just didn't see anything that felt worthy of that kind of splurge to me. So I thought, alternatively, what I could do is buy many small things that I've been wanting that I haven't purchased because they are splurges and I haven't been able to justify those splurges in the past. So over the next month, over this month of May, you're gonna see several more unboxings besides what I have for you today, and these are all part of my splurge for the 10,000 subscribers. Most of them are smaller items, but there is one handbag in the mix. And like I said, I have a handbag today also. All right, let's get to the goods here. Let's open this up. Before I do, I want to say that I ended up getting this at Neiman Marcus in the Chanel boutique there. And when the lady packaged it up, she packaged it in the box with the ribbon and the camellia, but the bag was the Neiman's bag. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute, this is my first Chanel purchase. Do you have the Chanel bag? And she didn't, because it was Neiman's. So I took it over to Chanel, which is right next door, the actual standalone Chanel boutique, and I asked one of the salespeople there, I told him, you know, it's my first purchase and could I please get a Chanel bag? And he said, well, we're not supposed to do this, but let me have it. And he took it in the back and wrapped it up, and it's just so nice. And these are my first Chanel camellias from a purchase that I've made. However, I do have one thing to show you. I feel like I keep interrupting myself, but this is important. I got a package in the mail not too long ago from a subscriber named Stacy and her son Asher. And they sent me a few little gifts. And among them was this bag of shark's teeth. They live near the East Coast. And her son Asher, who loves to watch the animals in my videos, he found these shark's teeth on the beach and sent them to me, which I thought was so sweet. And Stacy sent me these two Chanel camellias. And along with these camellias, she sent me a note, and I'm going to read you just a small part of it. She said that they travel a lot, partly because her husband is in the military. And I got these extras, the extra camellias, with a Chanel purchase at 31 Rue Cambon in Paris. So she sent me camellias from Rue Cambon, Paris, which was amazing. So I'm not going to mix those up with the ones that I bought in Houston. I treasure them both, but I especially treasure the ones from Paris. Well, I filmed all this last night, and this morning I remembered something that I wanted to be sure not to forget to tell you. So I set up everything again, and that's why it all looks a little bit different. Before I went into Neiman's, to the Chanel store there, I went into the Chanel boutique because I wanted to buy something there, and I was looking at the card cases and such, and they didn't have anything that I wanted. That's why I ended up at Neiman's. But while I was in the Chanel boutique, this lady came up to me, and she leaned in and said, "I just want to say, I love your videos." And I just thought that was so cool. I've had people tell me before that they've seen me at the Galleria, but nobody has ever come up to me. So she was the first one to come up to me, and it was so fun. I thought I'd be really awkward and dumb, but I thought I handled it well. And her name is Stacy, so hi Stacy, we'll shout out. Now let's finally get into this unboxing. I'm gonna leave the ribbon tied on there and just pull the box out. I've had this for about 3 weeks now, and I've had it just sitting in my closet. Ah, angels are singing. Look, it's so beautiful. I've just had it in there staring at it, waiting for this day to come when I could finally unbox it. And it's a special piece. It's one of the smaller items that you can purchase in the store. I'm trying to take the ribbon off without having to untie it. Yeah, here we go. So that I can put it back on to maybe display it in the closet. I don't know if I'll actually do that, but all right, here we go. It's on pretty tight. And I don't think she put it in a dust bag. I think there was something else going on. Yeah, it's just some felt, which is kind of weird. So I don't have the dust bag, but so what? So yeah, this piece is pretty unique, I think. Let me know if any of you have seen this. Look at this. So it's the Gabrielle style card holder in this ombre print or ombre coloring. Goes from kind of a dark brown or bronze up to a gold. And yeah, it's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. The tags are inside. It says Chanel. And then on the other side, made in Italy. And it's beautiful and soft and gorgeous. I believe it is goat skin, and I will do a more thorough review and look at this at a later date. I'll do another video on it. Here's the card. It's the 26 series. The front of the card. It's really beautiful, don't you think? I don't know, actually I feel like this is sort of a piece where some people are gonna love it and some people are gonna hate it. But let me know what you think if you do love it. You don't have to tell me if you hate it, but if you love it, you can let me know in the comments. All right, now let's get to the handbag unboxing. I have not seen this yet, so I am very curious. It's in here. I'm very curious what it looks like in person. To be totally honest with you, I'm not 100% sold on this Chanel bag. I need to see what it looks like in person. I need to see the condition. I need to see the color in person. I need to check out the size and how it fits and all. It's hard to buy something that you've never seen in person before. All right. Fashionphile. I haven't purchased anything from Fashionphile in quite a while. Need to change that. They are one of my favorite places to buy Preloved. So there's the box with all the confetti and my Fashionphile file. More confetti to make my room messier. Fashionphile and Neiman Marcus have teamed up. I don't know exactly what that means, but I guess we'll all find out soon enough. My receipt is in here. I like these dots. They used to have streamers. That's how long it's been since I bought one. Used as the new. Fashionphile dust bag. The bag feels very soft and squishy already, even through the dust bag. I'm afraid my battery's gonna run out in the middle of filming this. All right, ready? Wow. So it's bronze. It's a tote bag. It has these handles, magnetic closure, and again, I'll go through this in another video. It's so soft. Oh my gosh. I wasn't expecting it to be that soft. This is the Shopping in Moscow tote from Chanel. It's from 2009-ish, if I remember correctly, from when I looked it up the other day. It has ruthenium hardware, 4 feet on the bottom. The chains, that was one of the things I really liked about it, was that it has the chains with the leather woven through. I had thought about getting a reissue bag, but I couldn't find one in the price that I was willing to pay that was the condition that I wanted. So I decided maybe I'll save up some more and maybe look for one of those for my 40th birthday later this year. But then I saw this and I just loved everything about it. I like that it's a smaller tote. It's not as big as the Neverfull MMs that I have. I love the color. And I was afraid that it was going to be more of a bright orange kind of bronze. I couldn't quite tell in the photos because the colors looked a little different in some of them. This is perfect. This is like a really nice neutral. And you can definitely tell it's used, like it's got some wrinkling across the top here, but I feel like that goes with the character of the leather because it's that very veined leather. Am I using the right term for that? It's the sort of aged leather like on the reissue bags. And I also loved the geometric aspects of the design on the pattern on the bag. So not that it's just 2 big C's, but it has all those lines, which to me felt a little Art Deco, even though it's Moscow. And I don't know what the Moscow connection is in this bag, so if any of you can clue me in on that, I would sure appreciate it. And then these lines here, and then it still has the quilting too. So the quilting and then the leather through the chains are some classic Chanel designs that I thought it was really cool to have. I was not expecting it to be so soft and squishy, and I love it. I think this is a keeper. And the best part, you're not going to believe this if you're familiar with Chanel prices. You'll never guess what I paid for this bag. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's an amazing price for a Chanel bag. So I did a little research and looked for other ones that were for sale, and they were closer to $2,000. I paid for this, brace yourself, $715. That's right, luxury on a budget, baby. And then the day after I purchased this, I remembered that YouTube has different levels depending on how many subscribers you have. And I seem to remember that they name those levels after different colors. So I went and looked, and the 10,000 to 100,000 subscriber level, which is where I am now since I'm over 10,000 subscribers. Guess what the color is? Bronze. So this bag is absolutely perfect for my YouTube 10,000 subscriber milestone gift to myself. And then I also have all these other little things coming in the unboxings you'll see in May. I'm so excited about this. I love it so much. Okay, now let's get to the best part of the video where I can give you something for free, the giveaway. Give you something very, very beautiful and special, by the way, too. Personally, I know a lot of luxury YouTubers that do Louis Vuitton and stuff, they give away Louis Vuitton pieces, and that's wonderful. I think that what I'm giving away today is much more special than that because it's more limited and it's actually handmade, unlike many of these luxury bags, even though they say they're handmade. And that is a piece of Jill Mauer's jewelry, and I'll show you that particular piece in a second, but I want to show you first the jewelry that I'm wearing, which is from Jill Mauer. This is, let me take it off here. I want to show you some of the details on it. She wears her jewelry in her videos, but I hadn't seen it up close on her so much. Maybe she has a video on it that I've missed, but this is the Raleigh necklace, and it's a horn. A lot of her work is inspired by the cave artwork, such as the Lascaux caves, and I believe this would be inspired by the horn on one of the bulls in the caves. When she offered to do a giveaway, she offered to give me a piece of jewelry to give away, but also to give me a piece of jewelry to keep. And we worked together and found this piece, which I thought was perfect for me for a few reasons. I had been looking for a nice silver piece because I wanted to get a bag with silver hardware, ta-da, and I wanted some nice silver jewelry to go with it. So I chose this piece, which would go with just about any outfit. And then I also chose these earrings. They're the Brahma earrings. So the necklace Jill gifted to me, and then I purchased the earrings. I had already been looking at those, I hadn't told her that, and wanting to get them, and I was sort of going back and forth between this necklace and the oxen, which is the same necklace, it just has a striated pattern. So I picked this necklace to match the earrings that I purchased, and I tell you what, I got them in the mail the other day and I opened them. I didn't film the unboxing, but I was so impressed. I got on my email and wrote her right away and told her how very impressed I am with these. I'm gonna do some close-ups and show you here, so hopefully you can see what I'm talking about better. On the end of the horn, it has her logo, the M. And one of the things, looking on the website and not seeing it so much on people, she does have some photos of the jewelry on people, but I was a little worried that the chain on here would be a little thicker, heavier looking than I really wanted. I wanted a delicate looking chain. And this was not what I expected, because it is delicate looking. It's not the tiniest chain I've ever seen, but you wouldn't want that with this design, with the horn. It is absolutely beautiful, and like she talks about a lot, it would work perfectly for a man or a woman, or anyone who identifies otherwise. The earrings too, on the ends of one of the two horns, because you see it's two little horns, on the end of one of them it has the M logo, and on the end of the other one, this is my favorite thing about any of these pieces, it has this little bull like the cave drawings, and I just thought that was the coolest thing. Tiny details like that are what make this so special. The clasp is also really nice. Personally, I have not seen a clasp like this. Now, I am no jewelry expert. Most of what I have is costume jewelry, but in the jewelry that I have seen, because I have seen some nicer pieces, and I do have some nicer pieces, I have never seen jewelry that has the kind of little details that her jewelry has. And that just set it apart for me. I thought it was so, so beautiful. And I will probably, very likely, end up buying some more Jill Maurer jewelry and have a little collection of it myself. Because especially now seeing it in person, I am very impressed with it. All right, let me show you what I have for you. In this bag, which will be sent to you, you get your very own Jill Maurer shopping bag, first of all. In the bag is this piece of jewelry, which is so, so beautiful. Her packaging also, the box is sort of a copper brown, like dark brown color with that bright orange Jill Maurer logo. And then it has a texture to it. And I'm talking about this because we're into luxury and we appreciate the nice packaging, don't we? So here we go. I'm gonna open this up. Let me shake it and make sure it's in there straight. I open it up to reveal the stunning Raleigh necklace. This necklace has several of the aspects of her jewelry that I really love. On the ends, it has the striations I was talking about that I think are inspired by the river. It has the same chain. My chain, if I remember correctly, was 17 inches. I could be wrong about that. And this chain, I think, is the same length. It has the same clasp. It has her logo on the end. And some of them, she has a few necklaces that kind of look like this, that have a very similar design. Some have a stone and some don't. We decided to do the one without the stone so that it would be more universal for anyone, not have a colored stone in there, so anybody could wear this. And again, I think man or woman that would work for. Gorgeous, gorgeous necklace, and so generous of Jill to do this giveaway for us. All right, now let's get into the rules. And the first thing, I feel really bad about having to put this rule in place, but there are a few reasons for it, and I want to apologize up front. I really sincerely do. I have to limit this to people in the United States. I'm so sorry about that. The main reason is the shipping. It's so many things can happen in shipping going overseas and then with customs, and I just don't want to risk something happening to this beautiful piece. So I do have to limit it to entries in the United States or mailing addresses in the United States. If you're overseas and you know somebody in the States, you want to have it sent to them and then they can deal with getting it shipped to you, that's fine. But I need to just be able to ship it to the States, and I'll send it UPS ground. The deadline to enter will be Friday, May 17th at the end of the day, and that would be Central Time. So 11:59 Central Time, that's Houston time, Friday, May 17th. All you have to do to enter to win this gorgeous necklace, try to win this gorgeous necklace, is I hope that you will subscribe to my channel, and it would be wonderful if you would also subscribe to Jill's channel. She's doing this incredible thing where she is posting a video every single day this year. A lot of the videos are about jewelry, but a lot of the videos are about other things too, so there's really a variety for everybody. I personally have been watching every single one of them, and I plan to watch everyone. If she can go through all the work to make them every day, I can sit and watch them. So subscribe to my channel and to Jill Mauer's channel. I'll link her channel below. State in a comment on my video here that you're interested in the giveaway, and let me know what you would like to see from my channel in the future. Again, the deadline to enter is 11:59 Central Time, that's Houston time, Friday, May 17th. I will announce the winner in a video on the next day, Saturday, May 18th. And what I'll probably do is write everybody's YouTube names on a slip of paper, put them in a bowl, and pick one on the video. Then I don't have any way of getting in touch with you other than commenting on your comment. So make sure you make a note to yourself to watch that video, or that you have your email notifications turned on so you get an email when somebody comments on your comment. Does that make sense? I may draw 3 names just in case the first person doesn't get in touch with me. Then I'll have a backup, and hopefully one of those 3 will respond. I'll go with the first person first and give them a certain amount of time to respond. If they don't, then I'll go to the next person, and then on to the third if there's no one who's responded yet. I want to say thank you again to Jill Mauer for my beautiful gift, and for the beautiful, beautiful gift that you are giving to one of my subscribers. It is so, so special. I know a lot of them know who Jill is. I know a lot of you know who Jill is, and so you'll appreciate this as much as I do. They're special pieces, and then to know who the artist is behind them makes it even more special. Check it out. They look good together, don't they? I want to say thank you to everybody one more time for helping me along this journey, helping me get to this point. I appreciate it so much, and I have no plans to stop anytime soon, so hope you're not sick of me yet. And I'm looking forward to your comments. I really want this to be more about thanking you and giving back, and how much I appreciate all of you, and how much fun I've had doing all this and interacting with you. I've gotten so much more out of it in that sense, in that social sense, than I ever even thought. So thank you. And I hope you have a fantastic day. Bye.